If you have marketing and sales questions, I have answers. Here's how this works. First, you record your number one marketing or sales question. Second, you send it to me as an audio file. And finally, I answer it for you for free. My name's Oren Prunken, and welcome to my show.
Hey Oren, it's Dragos. Best of luck with the podcast. It sounds really exciting, and I've got a marketing question that I'm hoping you can help with. We've recently started Signature Board Games, and we've pretty much finished our first game called Flip and Fish. What we've decided to do is do a small print run instead of doing a Kickstarter or something like that, because we've got really good feedback from people who are basically saying, we want to buy this right now. We want to take advantage of that and sell a few copies and then reinvest that back in the business and possibly go down Kickstarter, etc. Later on. So the question is, once we print our first batch, which will be about 500, what's the most creative, or what are some ideas for us to market those either to shops or to clients in a creative way to try and get them out there, considering it's a very crowded market, and new designers with one game usually have a harder time getting noticed. Any thoughts, comments, feedback would be much appreciated. We've thought about things like partnering up outside of the industry, anything else,
Hello, that is a great question, and I just want to congratulate you and applaud you. I've been following your journey, and I think what you've done and how you've taken action on this is phenomenal. And also that you're doing a small print run, especially for a physical product, is an amazing strategy without going out and spending thousands of dollars and tons of your time and betting the farm in case this thing does or does not work. So doing a really small run is a really fantastic strategy. So big pats on the back for that. So I'm going to tackle your question with two different ways. I'm going to talk about what you're selling and then how you are selling it. So I really want you to think about what it is that you are selling. Now, you're going to a market where there are plenty of players and plenty of competing products. Now, that's not a bad thing, because consumers love what you're doing, and the industry's been around for a really long time. But which means that people are interested in purchasing what you have to offer. But because there's so much noise out there, I really want you to think about how you're going to position yourself amongst all of the competitors. What is it that you do, or what is it that your product does that stands out from everyone else? Now, in the PR and the publicity game, this is called a news anchor, or not a news anchor, a publicity angle, or a PR angle. So what is it that's going to jump out and hook people's attention because you are unique or different or better or faster than all of the other things that are on the market? Now, the product will solve that, but you have to break through all of the noise that's out there. So what is it that you're selling? Yes, it is a board game, but what is it that people are going to get out of it? But also, what is the thing that is going to grab their attention? Now, in terms of how you're selling, I want you to go back to the calls I recorded about the fair value line, and also how McDonald's acquires customers and makes a profit. And I want you to apply those two different ideas to what you're currently doing. Now, Cards Against Humanity does this in an interesting way, and that's the only thing that's coming to my mind on the spot, is that they do expansion packs for all of their cards. So you come in and you buy the game and you have a fantastic time, and usually board games are just a once-off purchase. Whereas Cards Against Humanity, they go out and do an expansion pack, and I think, and I understand, there's multiple expansion packs, so they're making a little bit more money from the beyond the initial product, but they're also providing value for that. Now, I look at all the board games that I played as kids and currently play, and we've got quite a few board games at a beach shack that I go to, and these things are made back in the 70s, so it was a once-off purchase, and we're just getting a ton of value out of that. However, you can go along and create more value than just the once-off purchase by creating the equivalent of what might be an expansion pack for Cards Against Humanity. So I really want you to think about that in terms of what you're selling. Now, in terms of how you're selling it. So you've had a look at like the fair value line and how McDonald's acquires their customers. We've got that kind of framework of strategy of different products at different price points, at different times through that customer journey. I also want you to think about what the sales message or the communication or the languaging that you're using for each of those stages. Now, it should come or be distilled or cascaded down from what you are talking about in terms of how you're differentiating yourself and how you are positioning yourself in the market. So all of that communication of each of those different stages within that product journey should come from how you are different. And then finally, once you've got the stages and then you've got what the messaging is, think about how you can go about acquiring customers. Now, I did speak to that briefly in one of the other calls around paid, earned, and owned media. So on the paid and earned side, I want you to think about all of the different ways you can pay for attention, and also all of the different ways that you can go out and earn attention, but not just spend all of your time doing that, seeing how you can convert that into owned media, where you capture all of that money you've spent and all of that time you spent, you've captured that into an asset that you can communicate that sales message to all of those prospects and customers as they go through that customer journey and they buy something, a small price point that they get a small amount of value, and then, the equivalent of the expansion packs as they go on. So now in terms of partners and how you can go about creating partnerships, the first stage is actually going out and finding as many partners as you can that are related to you but not direct competitors. Now, these are going to be distributors for you, so this shouldn't be a really difficult task to do, is going out and finding out about who all those distributors are, both online and then offline. And then once you've done that, once you've found those distributors, what is it that they want, or what is it that they are motivated by, and really finding out that and doing some exploration into what they want, and then being able to go out and then provide that for them. So going out and helping them get whatever they want just before you go out and ask them to promote your game. So those 4 stages are really, really important to go out and find partners that are going to be behind your cause and be able to go out and promote what you're doing. So I really hope that helps. Try it out. Let me know what happens. And thanks for your question. Thanks for listening. And if you've got a marketing or sales question, please record it, send it to me, and I'll answer it for you for free. And if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.